I went on a girls trip to Dallas, Texas that involved 4 white women, alcohol, and a fight. And yes, I know what you're thinking. I know how this looks, but rest assured, I am lactose intolerant. Thousands. Literally thousands of y'all are liking the reaction channel. I'm starting to think y'all kind of like the reaction channel more than y'all like this channel. Look, if you're here and you haven't looked at the reaction channel yet, I urge you to do so. And if you haven't joined the Discord community, I also urge you to do so. Quite literally thousands of you guys are there. We're about to hit 5,000 subscribers, so please help me go do that. We're like 70 people off, and almost 100 people is inside of the Discord, so please join the Discord as well. Also, can y'all like, comment, and subscribe underneath this video? I know every YouTuber says that, but it genuinely helps me in the algorithm so that more of you guys can see the video. Okay, I'm gone. I'm sorry. I love y'all. I'll catch y'all. Enjoy the video. Wait, no, but I don't think it's crazy to say, you know, if I run out of, you know what I'm saying, chocolate milk, caramel sauce, water, then, you know, I would have no choice but to go to the grocery store and buy some. I would have no choice but to go to the grocery store and get some more chocolate milk and caramel sauce. I know that's right. Yes, baby. 2 of the girls from this girls trip you're gonna meet right now. The other 2 don't come in until later in the video. And then there's me, your friendly neighborhood nigga. I mean Spider-Man. And you're probably thinking, Stanley, how did you end up on a trip full of white women? Don't you like your career? And look, that is a good point, but that's also a story for a whole nother time, okay? Just bear with me here. I promise, okay? It'll make sense one day. And trust me, I want to tell y'all, okay? I really do, because I understand that this makes me look like more of a snowman than Olaf, okay? But that's just because of like the thumbnail and title. But hear me out. Olivia, she's girl number 1, okay? She's been to Dallas plenty of times. She's in command. Emma, she's girl number 2. Emma's a freeloader, man. She's a personality hire in terms of this car trip dynamic. And then there's me. My job was to figure out what the fuck do white people be talking about? I've grabbed food with Olivia before, and I've spent time with Emma before. I thought I knew these girls, and before the trip even started, I'm starting to realize I might be wrong. Both of the girls who I thought I knew I was talking about didn't exist in this car. The things that I'm hearing, I can't even begin to properly explain. They were asking me things like if I related to growing up and going to pick strawberries every morning. That's like me asking them if they relate to my ancestors picking cotton. And you know what? I do give them props for trying to include me into the conversation. Like, I really did feel like part of the family. Although it was 3/5 of the family, it still felt like part of the family. Look, I was willing to compromise. Just because we had our differences on how we grew up, that doesn't mean that we couldn't coexist though on this trip. I mean, that's kind of like what group trips are all about. You know what I'm saying? No, y'all not letting me beat the allegations. Okay. Regardless though, the more that this trip goes along, the more that my nonchalant attitude towards this whole matter starts to disintegrate, because I start to understand that we come from 2 very, very different places. Let me lean in when I say this. The closest I ever came to picking anything was back when people got uppercutted for using the wrong water fountain. Therefore, on the way there, I learned 3 things about white women that I didn't know that I really wish I knew before getting in this car. Number 1, they will create liquor and drink liquor out of anything and any time. That's what them berries is really about. Number 2, the obsession they have with murder mysteries and dark themed shows needs to be studied. Jeffrey Dahmer, kinda cute, but me in a hoodie makes you cross the street? What are we doing? And number 3, as much as white women try to hide it, there is a very thin line between their calmness and their craziness. Unless you're Miley Cyrus. She snorted that white line a long time ago. And since I personally have no interest in living the best of both worlds, or whatever world Miley's mind was on when she made Wrecking Ball, I think the safe option for me after my observation was to maintain as invisible as possible. I mean, they got me this far in my life. You know what I'm saying? So something is definitely working in my favor. At least that's what I like to believe. Which means during this 4-hour drive from Houston to Dallas, I put my life in the hands of avocado toast eating, chai tea drinking imposters. We got to our hotel rooms late that night. All there was time for was eating and sleeping. But the long trip, excessive yapping, and handful of microaggressions made me very famished. So we go to a sushi spot for a quick snack while also planning day 2 of this trip. When I tell you the whole trip got ruined before that night was over, it was astonishing. I made the mistake of leaving Olivia and Emma back at the hotel alone, unguarded, and to their own devices. I mean, they're adults. Like, they should be able to operate, communicate, take care of themselves in any situation they come across, right? Right? And mind you, before I left, it was made clear to me that they were going to go to their room and take a load off and go to sleep because of the long journey that it took to get here. And like I said, man, I'm here for the vibes, okay? I'm not their father. They told me they were gonna do something. I was like, cool. You feel what I'm saying? All I ask is that you make sure to be safe, okay? Call me if you need anything. Where did I go, you may ask? A Dallas Mavericks basketball game. Why, you may ask? Because they were supposed to be playing the Nets, and they wore just all the way in Brooklyn, New York, and not Dallas. Yeah, I didn't get a refund. Anyways, by the time I got back to the hotel after buying the wrong tickets, Olivia and Emma are nowhere to be found. Mind you, the whole time we are away from each other, we were communicating, making sure we are safe and whatnot. But after a certain point, the text messages just ended. So I'm panicking, right? I'm thinking to myself, maybe I should go look for them around the hotel. Maybe they went for more eats. I don't know. What I later on went to find out is that Olivia and Emma went to the hotel bar. That is a huge no. Because I hate dealing with drunk people. Everybody knows this. As someone who doesn't partake in dizzy juice, I'm always forced into being a babysitter when people drink around me. But like I said, I didn't know that they went to the bar yet. The thing that I don't want you guys to miss right now and understand is the fact that I am telling you 2 things. As my homie, don't drink around me. However, they didn't drink around me. So that's okay. But some of the choices that they made off the Douce, off the Migos, started catching back up to me. Which is why I say I would just prefer to not be a part of people's drinking escapades, because some way, shape, form, I always get the short end of the stick. So as I'm putting together a search team, a rescue party, I have choppers covering the entire building's perimeter from left to right. If anything moves within a 10-mile radius, I want to know about it. Over. At that same moment, I get a message. Oh my God, we're sorry, we're just out and made it back house. Why are they texting me in CTE? They're in my phone talking like Rob Gronkowski. But as long as they are okay, then I am very much okay. As the only guy that's there, it's part of my duty to make sure that the girls are good, to make sure that they're happy, to make sure that they're hiding something from me. Yep. The next day, I wake up and the girls and I go out to this spot. And while we're there, a girl who happened to also be in the same hotel as us walks up to me at the place we were at. And that's why I say in its entirety, I just prefer to not be part of people's drinking escapade, because the choices that they make off of that Don Julio, Actifulio, they impact me. And somehow, some way, some form, I always get the short end of the stick. And not even to toot my own horn or nothing, okay? But these days, if a girl is like approaching me, it's usually because she's flirting with me. I either scare the huzz away or they come flocking. There's no middle ground. And I'm not saying it happens all the time. Y'all know me. I'm not Mr. Bitches. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it happens enough times to where if a girl approaches me, I kind of let my guard down a little bit because I think that they're a friendly individual. And that has beaten and whooped my ass many times. And that is actually kind of a lesson that I need to learn. And at this point, Olivia and Emma were across the room. I thought I was getting approached. I do look good today. I'm not gonna lie. But to my amazement, the girl sits next to me, tosses her head to the side, motions me with her hand to get closer to her. And when I do, God as my witness, she said, "Are you friends with those bitches over there?" Whoa, I did not see that coming. And I have to put the rest of it in a part 2. I'm sorry. With that being said, it's a wrap. Fade to black.